better than Twitter influencer. Thank you. Josh is my boy. I've known him forever. We've been through a lot. He's an amazing guy. But yeah, I'm Nick, and I have been working in this space for a little while now, really since December 2022. And I started a company called Artificial. We do a lot of research on the tools. We are playing with some robots. We're teaching them how to paint with oil. And this is a 12-foot by 8-foot wall-mounted gantry. It's a modded out inkjet printer. All of the oil is funneled through, and it does the blending right there in the print head, applies it to the canvas. It also does brush work as well. This is a little video showing you a piece coming to life here. So we're researching, we're playing with robotics, we're trying to physically manifest latent space. That's the idea. We also do education. Let me move this over here so I can hit these buttons without getting in the way. But we also do education. We're training teams like Shopify, that's why I'm here actually, and we're teaching them how to use the tools, how to think about this stuff. We're doing some production, so we're working on some films with Primordial Soup and Darren Aronofsky, working on a few AI-driven films, and we're building some tools, some secret tools that we're going to be putting out. But these tools are being built through the research, so I always encourage people, like, you gotta just play with stuff, you gotta research. If you're not doing research in the space, what are you even doing? But we're finding gaps in the space as we play with these tools, and so we're building things that fill in those gaps. So this is our studio in Brooklyn. It's gonna be a little awkward. Maybe I can have a little chair. Can you grab me a little, Gabe? Or, yes, my friend here. Thank you. I'm gonna take a seat, guys, so I can hit these buttons, because we do have videos. Pardon me. All right. Hello. Okay. So my talk, I want to talk about like abundance as the default and what AI means as a medium. So I kind of think of AI as this liquid thing. It's like this ocean, right? And it's ever flowing. Everything is everything else. Anything becomes everything. And there's a little example from a cohort that I did where we just kind of prompted people saying, come up with Polaroids of a birthday party from a certain era that never happened. And just that single idea kind of fractals out from different perspectives. So these are all from different people within the cohort who had their own ideas. So this is like a 1980s dance party that you got going on. And everybody's kind of putting a little bit of themselves in the prompts and developing their own style and exploring what this medium is. And there's a lot of random stuff. There's some things that feel maybe a little bit more personal, and there's some that are totally fantasy. You'll see some Star Wars stuff start to pop up. But when I started seeing these, like all these results from all these different perspectives, everybody started with the same prompt. And it really touches on this broader idea within the AI space, which is that ideas are infinite, right? Like one input can become infinite output. And every individual perspective kind of shapes that output in their own unique way. And I find that really fascinating. And to see all these come together, and all the other images that come together, these thousands and thousands of images, right, that people are prompting and that come together in 20 minutes. All of these images were generated. All 5,000 or so of these images right here, generated in 20 minutes, right? And all of those images can become videos and become something else, change form, right? It started as text, it became an image, that image became a video. And those videos can fractal out and take different directions. So one still becomes infinite permutations depending on what you want to do with it, right? So not only that, it becomes more images, right? And those images can become poems, and those poems can become songs, and those songs can become more images, and those images can become more videos, right? So what does this all mean? Well, abundance is sort of the default now, right? Cost of production has gone to zero, time to produce has gone to zero, and we're all dealing with infinite abundance of media. People call it slop, right? You hear this all the time, it's slop. But really what it is just the nature of the medium, because one idea can become pretty much infinite permutations, and anything is everything, right? Text is video. Video is song. Song is 3D. It can go in a loop forever. It's like we're at the buffet, right? And when you're at the buffet, it kind of flips the script. It's not a limited supply and a hungry demand. It's infinite supply and this distracted demand. And at the buffet, taste is what's premium, not the food, right? Like, we can get whatever we want. So we go for the thing that we like the most, that's the best. And this is what we're dealing with in AI right now. And you hear it echoed in these other talks, right? So what does this mean? Like, what are the new scarcity levers? If abundance is the norm, that's the starting point, how do we actually make it meaningful? And everybody's kind of coming to the same perspectives, it seems. It's about the intent, like why are you doing it becomes really important because anybody can do it, so why you? Why is this interesting? And your personal perspective, your story is something that really only you can tell, right? So you have to feed the machine. Like, you have to give it your journal entries, give it your hometown slang, you know? Give it what you love, give it what you hate. And the more you do, the more it understands you and the more personalized your experience becomes, and that gets translated through the work, right? It's also about constraint, because you can go forever. Like, you can take one idea and literally run it infinite times. So you have to delete like 95% of what you see. And behind every image that you see on social media, at least the ones that are good or that you find interesting, I can almost guarantee there's hundreds in the graveyard that will never see the light of day, right? My Midjourney library is, millions deep. I haven't shared that many. I never will. But constraint becomes really important. The other thing is curation and context, right? You have to contextualize what you're doing. You have to find signal in the noise, because working with abundance is hard. It's analysis paralysis. It's too many decisions. I don't know what to do. So you have to get really good at following your intuition, at curating around a core idea, and developing that context. And then lastly, this is more of a point of like how I think the medium changes the format of the media. Like, the process becomes really important. Even today, people are talking about how they got to their final result, and this is really unique to AI. I think people care more deeply about how you got to the output and not just the output. So exposing that process becomes really important. For those of you, I know like Toronto is a pretty psychedelic, positive place, but if you've like taken mushrooms or acid before, you unlock a little piece of your brain, and it's not always open, but you can go back there. And I think playing with these tools does a similar thing. It's like it affects your neuroplasticity. It opens up new ways of thinking about things. So until you actually mess with them, I don't think you can actually make those connections. So I'll kind of end there. But if you are interested in exploring this stuff from like a more creative angle, talk to me. We are hiring. We actually employ some people in Canada already, so it's not totally out of the consideration if you can't move to New York, although that'd be great. But yeah, thank you guys.